Welcome, love. When I started this channel, I told you that I was taking you on a healing journey, and today we're doing a little check-in. And if you're new here, I'm Nina. I'm a certified life coach with a bachelor's in psychology. I'm also a professionally trained day trader and long-term investor. But most importantly, I'm your love teacher. I help you rebuild your self-confidence, reprogram your mind, and I help you to step into a life filled with peace, calm, and love. And if you also happen to be a day trader, yes, that confidence absolutely helps you in your trades too. But this video is for everyone. Let's talk about where we started, where we are, and what's next. We started by identifying toxic behaviors, both from others and within ourselves. Not to shame anyone, but to get real. Because how do you build your self-confidence while living in chaos or creating it? That list included things like yelling, slamming doors, name calling, and other things that society has normalized, but our nervous systems haven't. That kind of environment is not peaceful. It is not love. So if you're tired of fighting, tired of anxiety, stress, fear, if you're ready to live the life that you were always meant to live, I want you to know that you can forgive yourself, you can forgive others, and you can choose peace right now. Next, we started working on negative self-talk. I had you start writing down your negative thoughts, and then we basically started reframing or flipping them into the positive opposites. Why? Because your subconscious is always listening. And it doesn't know the difference between you joking and you being serious. So when you say things like, I'm so stupid, even playfully, your brain is wiring that in. We don't have to think positive 24/7. That's toxic positivity. But we can retrain our minds to default to love, encouragement, and truth. That's why I post these short videos with examples of reframing negative self-talk to help you practice. Next, we leveled up and we moved on to writing down only positive thoughts and saying daily affirmations. Your brain listens. Let's feed it love. And now we're going deeper. Let's talk about fear. Did you know that 90% of the things that you worry about never happen? We are fed fear daily by the news, social media, and even in childhood through nursery rhymes and cultural conditioning. It's time to pause and ask, where's the evidence for this fear? Let's look at some examples. You're afraid of a storm destroying your home, but you've lived through dozens and nothing has ever happened. There's no evidence for your fear. You're stressing yourself out for no reason. We cross these bridges when they come instead of anticipating the worst. Another example would be if you're afraid that you'll get fired for messing up, yet you've never made a major mistake, and your boss even complimented your work last week. Or it could be something like you're scared to speak up in meetings, but every time you do, people listen. Please start looking for the evidence and try to stop automatically planning for the worst. There's plenty of different things that people worry about, and a lot of them turn out to be what's considered irrational fears. They're triggers that we inherited. Now, compare that to real fear. There's a lion running at you. Okay, that's real. Fight or flight mode activated. Run, boo! But the fear of failure, the fear of what people think, the fear of people judging you, that's not real. That's programming, and it's time to uninstall it. And just like fear, let's talk about anger. Some of us were raised in households where we were taught that yelling was love. Or things like the Jerry Springer show taught us that throwing hands was normal. Y'all remember that show, right? I'm 44 years old, so we all watched it in high school. But here's the truth. That show wasn't really real. Once the first on-air fight skyrocketed ratings, producers started coaching the guests to fight. Literally coaching people how to be angry. Amp them up to fight just to entertain the masses. And who were those guests? Mostly people from undereducated, marginalized communities, they were exploited. And the result, millions of viewers were conditioned to believe that fighting was somehow entertainment, that anger somehow is power, and that drama was normal. But it's not. It's trauma. And your nervous system deserves better. So no, fighting each other isn't the way. You want to fight abusive systems? I'll stand right next to you. I've done that, and I've coached other people through their own system fight. You don't let them get away with abusing you. But fighting each other is disturbing your peace. That's not cool. Let's stop disturbing our own peace, please. Here's an example of that. I was driving the other day and some lady flipped me the finger. I laughed and kept it moving. Who lost her peace? Not me. She disturbed herself and ruined her own day. Meanwhile, I was completely unbothered. Everything is not a crisis. Take a minute to breathe and protect your peace, because treating others poorly doesn't help you build your self-confidence. Now, let's also talk about what you're feeding your brain. The news, social media, and the comment section on some of these inflammatory posts, most of it is toxic. You're letting it break your self-confidence. Stop engaging with the negativity. Scroll past the trolls. Unfollow the fear-mongers and block those bad vibes. Instead, follow people with good news. Find the content creators that uplift. There's so many of them. Surround yourself digitally with light. The algorithms follow you. Feed it love and it will return it. Now, before age 7, our brains absorbed everything as truth. And what were we taught? Rockabye Baby ends in a cradle crash. London Bridge is falling down. Little Red Riding Hood said, "Don't talk to strangers or you'll get eaten." Ring Around the Rosie was actually about the plague. Get this nonsense fear programming out of your head. Even well-meaning parents, teachers, and caregivers pass down fear-based living because that's what they were taught too. But we're not doing that anymore. Let's thank fear for trying to protect us. Let's honor our nervous systems, and then let's let fear go. You are doing beautifully. You're learning, you're healing, and reclaiming your life, and I'm so proud of you for going on this journey. And remember that you deserve joy, you deserve peace, you deserve love, and you deserve everything that you want in life, or something even better. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with someone who's ready to stop living in fear and start living in love. You are not alone on this journey. We're walking it together. If this gave you hope today, please pay it forward by giving someone else hope too. I believe in you. I'm so proud of you. I'm sending you all my love. I'm so grateful for you. Stay blessed.